boys and girls, it's Miss Chung, and today I'd like to do a lesson with you on landforms. So the older children has come home with a set of materials that contains 2 containers and 2 color of plasticine, brown and blue. So the containers are going to be used to form landforms that eventually is going to turn out like this. We're going to be making a lake, and then we're going to be making an island using the 2 colors of plasticine. So first we're going to start with the brown one, and we're going to first make a lake. So we're going to take the plasticine here, and if the plasticine is too hard, mommy and daddy can put the plasticine in the Ziploc bag, put it in a bowl of water, and then that way the plasticine can soften up. But if the plasticine is okay to use, you can go out ahead, and you might just need a little bit of a muscle help to help you kind of press against the plasticine to make it flat. And then we're going to fill the area in the container. That will eventually look like this. Now, if some of us do not have any Play-Doh or cookie cutters to use to make the shape of an ellipse, we can ask mommy or yourself, you can try to use a plastic knife and draw the shape on the plasticine. So it's going to look like this. And the shape itself doesn't have to be perfect. And then after that, you just have to take one of the edges here and then just kind of dig out the middle part, and you'll form a little hole. And in this hole, you can take the blue plasticine now, and you can do the same thing, rip a little bit of it, and then press against it so that's nice and flat and can cover the whole area. And then after that, you just have to fill in the hole. In here. And for the water area, the blue area, if you can make it as flat as you can, that would be great, because we're going to use this area to fill the water, and we have to make sure that the water stays inside and within this area. Now, in order to make the edges that go around it so that the water doesn't flow out of the space, we're going to take a little bit of the brown plasticine, and we're just going to roll it in our hand like this, and we're just going to roll it so that eventually it's going to end up being nice and long like this. I'm going to keep rolling it, and eventually it's going to end up like this. And once we make this long shape, we will just have to connect it into a circle or ellipse and just kind of work around this area like that. You see it? And so then the water won't come out when we pour it. You can also grab your fingers like this and squeeze the edges like that. So then it's making a little wall for it, so that it doesn't go through. Okay. Now moving on to the next container. We're going to make an island. So the island, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to use the blue plasticine, and we're just going to cover the area until it is full. And then we make an island. So we have to make sure that then then the brown plasticine that represents the island is nice and thick, because the water has to not cover it, right? So we're just going to, and it doesn't matter how small the island is or how big, as long as there's a land in the middle of the body of water, then that's okay. Like that. Okay, so you can see on the edges here, it's almost like a little nugget, and then you can just, and then, so once you do the blue, fill the area with the blue, again, you can use the plastic knife and then cut a shape in the middle, dig it out, and then put the brown plasticine that represents island on top of it, and then that way you can have your island. So now going on, we're going to show you how to use the material. So once you've created your landform of a lake and an island, we need a bowl for us to empty out the used water, and then we also need to have a jug, or you can use a measuring cup from mom and dad and fill it halfway with water. So let's make a lake first. When there is land surrounding a body of water, it is called lake. So let's make a lake. There we go. And then when there is a body of water surrounding a piece of land, this is called island. So again, I'm just going to gently pour the water in. And then here we have made a island. So boys and girls, this is how we use the landforms. And if you want to empty out the water, we just have to use the bowl, and we're going to hold with 2 hands the edges of the landform containers and pour from the corner. And then after that, we will also be doing this with the same thing, holding onto the edge and pouring it from the corner. And if you'd like to do it again, you can go on ahead to use the water that's left in your jug, or you can go on ahead as well and fill your jug with water and try it again. So I hope you guys enjoy the activity, and let's see if you can make a lake and an island. Have fun!